Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new episode of Career Mode. Now today we're off to Argentina for round 2 of my Moto2 debut season. First up, a lot of people were looking to see the bike developments. Unfortunately, we're actually middle of the pack. To be honest with you, I thought we were lower than that, which also means I probably should be doing better. So like the VR46 Master Camp, Little Trans, Forward Team, American Racing, Rossini. Yeah, a lot of average teams would be behind me, so we're going to try and do some development. I don't understand the development yet in this. The packs will be applied after the summer break, so obviously, judging from what I know about the GP classes, that the main riders will get to choose what developments you got, so I don't think at the moment I have any say in the development. You can see in the paddock some people are talking to us. I think someone actually messaged us. Go to the wall. This weekend in Portimao left us some data to analyse me performance, in certainly a factor not to be underestimated for the future if we want to reach our goals. Of all people I'm big friends with Jeremy Alcoba. Ugh. A lot of these new menus, you can see, like, it shows 1 pole out of 4 attempts, 0 podiums from 4 attempts, 1 championship and not 1 from 0 attempts. It shows the trend of the last 5 races. These are all small things, I will admit, but they just add a bit of realism to the career. We're going to jump on track now. FP1 in Argentina. Let's see how we get on in our second race weekend. So at the end of Friday practice, we are down in P10.4 off, not too bad, on a hard rear again. Feeling quite good around here. I look like maybe I'm quicker than they are in some areas, but I think again it's going to be a much tougher race when you have them kind of bashing into you and overtaking you a bit weirdly. So we're going to qualify now with a software. I reckon I can definitely challenge for the front row. Let's see how we go. So at least here as we start Q2, all weekend has been consistent weather. It looks like the race is going to be in this condition, so we're going to be pretty well drilled in these conditions come Sunday. So hopefully get a good grid slot. I feel like we might have a better chance of a good result here because I don't think the AI are that glitchy around here compared to Portimao. Into the final corner, we've just started to catch Philip Salat at the wrong time, but I think we might just about get away with it. Cross line, it's provisional pole. That felt like a pretty good lap. So I just went back to the pits and checked. We did a 43.2, I believe, in FP1, so it looks like this lap time about a second and a half quicker. We're currently 0.6 ahead of Tony Arbolino on the Mark VDS Calyx, so I believe this could be good enough for pole position, but we're going to do one more lap just to consolidate and see if the AI start to find time late in the session. So we end our second level qualifying in pole position once again. So 2 from 2 at the moment. I'm doing pretty well in qualifying. I just need to improve my Sunday, and I definitely need to get a better start in the main race again tomorrow. But I must say, I was 4 tenths off at the start of practice, so a bit of an 8-tenth swing there as we go pole by 4 tenths over Pedro Costa. Tony Arbolino on the front row and my teammate Cestino Vietti in P4. So it looks like it's a good track for Fantech. So we're looking to build on this. I'm hoping probably for top 5, top 6. Kind of match where we finished in Portimao, but I actually feel quite good here, so I'm looking forward to this one. So it looks like it might have a bit of rain later in the day, but for now it's fully dry, 0% chance according to the forecast, but I believe slightly after the race finishes around that time, it looked like the rain might roll in. It was slightly overcast in some of the cinematic shots, so you never know. We have gone with the hard rear and the medium front. Not really too happy with the hard rear, but the soft just won't go the distance, so it's going to be a long one. I need to manage my rear tyre, but I also need to have a really strong opening lap.
Formation lap complete, and riders are lined up on the Termas Rio Hondo front straight. Just a few more seconds and we'll get going in the Argentine Grand Prix.
Right, here we go. In gear. Good start needed as always. 5 red lights and we are off. It's a beautiful start from second in the front row, Pedro Costa, but we hold it around the outside, small bit of contact. Gonna go touch wide. Gonna see if we can swing back for the late apex. I don't want to lose too many positions. Looks like already there's a kind of group of 4. Me and Vietti at the front of the field. So it's going to be interesting to see now how we get out of this corner compared to the I, because I believe they have a lot more power than I do. Need a bit of power 3 immediately just to stick with them. I think we are a bit slow on the straight, but didn't seem bad that time. Mustn't lie, it didn't look too bad, but we definitely have braking performance. We have a look, but we decided better of it, really. They go touch wide, going to shoot up the inside of my teammate. That is us into P3, so we're back on the podium for now, but it looks like maybe Pedro Costa is trying to break away. Do my best to... Oh, I made a mistake there, made a bit hot. Thankfully I did manage to just avoid the back of Tony Arbolino. On these tracks where very, very quickly things can go wrong with making a mistake like that. It could easily went into the back of him, or even worse, off track. End of the first lap, sitting pretty in P3. Surprised really that the pace is so strong in a track that's Ottawa corner speed, because it looked like the AI have different physics that I've mentioned before, so I thought this track would be absolutely AIDS for me. But it looks to be actually alright. It does definitely suit my style, but I thought it would suit the AI's physics more, to be honest, so I am surprised that we're holding such a close flame to Tony Arbolino and Pedro. We're just making a small gap with our teammate. Gonna have to keep using power 3 on the straight though, as my bike unfortunately just isn't up to spec with the almost factory-esque calyxes ahead. So as we come up to start lap 6, it's a lovely little battle ongoing at the front. We're just sitting here patiently in P3, minding my rear tyre. The hardware isn't doing too bad, but Arbolino and Canada are swapping places. We got a terrible run that time. We got a fastest on track though, but we're just managing behind the front 2. I reckon later in the race I can pounce as we go back underneath Vietti. So at the moment it's just a waiting game, just taking the laps off, making sure not to make mistakes, trying to be nice and consistent and be there when it counts, because I believe Arbolino is the quicker of the 2. I just don't think his start was as good as Acosta's, because Acosta was leading by quite a bit. He made a nice break, and then Arbolino's taking chunks out of him now. He's just starting to push it on a bit more. Gonna keep an eye on it. We can see in the slipstream here, they are very, very close together once again, so this could go anyway, but I'm just sitting here, keep my powder dry. And I think Vietti's doing the same as well, because he hasn't really attacked me anywhere. So it's going to be interesting. As I said, that he doesn't attack, he tries to ride around the outside, and he has done for now. We're going to leave the brake off, go around the outside again, and keep our P3, because any changes front there, I want to be able to react in P3. I don't have to come through a couple of riders to get to these, because I don't think my pace is that good where I can kind of just ride up to them at will. I kind of need to be there. And now look at Costa's back into the lead. This squabbling here is really, really off-putting for me, as it is really slowing the pace of the race down. We're in the mid 44s. I can go a lot quicker even on the race, fuel and tyres. You can see there's such a big massive train behind them that it's not just me that can go quicker. So going to be an interesting finish to this race. As of right now, fastest man on track is man in P4, Jake Dixon. He's made his way up into P4. I'm starting to think now it's probably my time to go. For some reason now we're starting to get screen freezing again for the first time all race. It's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. I really feel like I can win this as well. I really hope that this doesn't kill my opportunity. Been saving tyre and saving a bit of fuel. They just get out of this corner a bit better than I do. I still feel like my bike is underdeveloped in top end, especially compared to some of the faster machineries. But on the brakes, we are king. You see here now when we pick up the throttle, it just doesn't have the same tap-in power that the others do there around me. Only a handful of laps left to go, so I really want to start making moves now. I don't want to go too early though. Probably going to try and slip ahead of Pedro on the next lap if I can. And then the lap after, probably make a move on Tony Arbolino, if I can get close to him, that is. It's even if I can pour past one at a time, because they're riding so close, it's going to be really hard to split them. As you can see, Jake is right over the back of me. Screen freezing again. We take a real wide line into the final corner. And come back for the apex now. They will be there, but we get a good stand it up. We get a good run to the line. Alright, so somewhere on this lap, I'm going to make a move on Pedro. Maybe even turn one, we have a look. We think better of it, do we? No, it's stuttering, so I don't really have much control. He does end up keeping onto it though. That was so annoying because I felt like I was just glued to him. I couldn't do anything. Oh, here comes Dixon. Dixon is on for the podium here. I've gone wide. Gonna burn off that extra fuel now I have. With a bit of slipstream just to get me back into the battle. I'm gonna look to go past Dixon here under the brakes. Lovely done into turn 5. They take a very late apex, I take a more of a sweeping line. Scared up now though, as I'm just trying to use the fat part of the tyre for grip. Cannot get over how quick Dixon is late in this race. I cannot believe that we have the stuttering once again. I cannot believe this. I have upgraded my graphics card, my NVIDIA drivers, sorry, for this episode, and I thought I'd fix it up until now, where the stuttering is absolutely ridiculous. So now I'm starting to think that's not my computer, that's just a milestone issue, which is unfortunate. But we have failed our goal of trying to pass Pedro Costa on this lap. Dixon is the owner that made the overtake. Maybe a bit more aggressive into the final corner. Can we just tuck in? I'll be on the inside. We're going to try and square him off, get him in the run to 1. Good run, but it's just not enough to deal with the speed of that Red Bull KTM. However, we're going to go for the inside into 1. That should be P2. Now, where can we pounce on Tony Arbolino? I reckon I'm going to do it into the right-hander, turn 7. Is that though? I'm losing the front because I've been hit here from Pedro. I'll go aggressive here. So definitely going to take him back into turn 5 and see can I leapfrog him onto the race leader. Nice run. Goes right up to the back of Arbolino. Imperative here we get the good run. No, we didn't. Here comes Acosta. Thankfully Dixon isn't right there. This is where I wanted to try it on Arbolino, and we have done it on Acosta, but we're gone wide. Last corner maybe. If we can get the run up here. We have a look. Oh, the stuttering, man, the stuttering. Oh, I lost the rear. Costa gets a great run. He might actually take the lead from this. Costa might set us both up. Oh, I've lost all edge grip. Gonna be a do or die move into the final corner. Around the outside, maybe. Gonna go tight to see can we stop it. Oh my god, I can't believe it looks like we've done it. Don't speak too soon, though. Up to the line. It's P1. And how did I stay on after that? What in the name of the god?
The director to take us to the park Fairmate to meet today's stars. Let's take a quick look at the final results of this Moto2 race.
I cannot believe that we managed to somehow pull that off in the final 2 corners. I kept trying earlier in the lap and the stuttering again came back. Thankfully it was only for the last lap and a half really, because the rest of the race when I was kind of just keeping myself clean and the powder dry, it was actually running pretty okay. So I'm not too sure why it came later in the race. Maybe some back end issues with the game or my PC. I've still yet to figure out really why, but doesn't matter as we take a beautiful P1 here in Argentina. Pole, don't think we got fastest lap. I think Dixon had the fast lap by a about half a tenth. So stunning job from us this weekend. Is really good for our team rankings, and it's just good for the championship overall. So let's see where that puts us. It puts us P2, 5 points behind the man that finished second to us today, Tony Arbolino. So we're on for a very good start here in Moto 2. And what's our team? Our team is up to P2. 6 points behind the mark, VDS boys, Sam Lowe's and Tony Arbolino.
We're back from Parc Fermé with the winner, who blessed us with a perfect race today. In addition to the victory, this young man scored some very important points for the world standing.
Incredible realism there from Milestone. I don't know if you can see, all my letters are completely destroyed in dirt and same my helmet. Thermasteria Hondo is never used other than MotoGP, so the track is always dirty. Now, of course, that is not why my letters are dirty. I must have ended up on the grass, of course, when I crossed the lane, because my bike is all damaged from a crash that I nearly had. But it is incredible to see P1 in only our second race. I'm so happy that we gain a lot of RP. Overall, we've made a big step forward to the challenge, getting to 150,000 reputation. So next up is the Challenger. That will probably give us something to look forward to for next year, because if we start building now, there's a really good chance that we could get into a decent MotoGP seat for season 2. Now we have a couple of messages on the feed. A real Cooper D. Hearn, winning at Thermas is always a source of pride. Now it'll take time to arrive in Texas with the right energy to win. That says Canet. Again, I'm going to say thank you, because at the moment, don't want to burn any bridges. He has complimented me for my victory. It was good to see Fantic Racing having backed a winning horse. Hearn's first win was fantastic. Of course, I beat you. What I say? No, I go, thank you. It was a great race. It was a great race. Vietti had just missing something to be there at the front with me. It really was interesting to see that it looked like he'd get out of the corner so much better. But again, as always, it seems that when it gets the time to get the anchors down, that's really where I pull back on my time. But that's it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed. I really enjoyed that until the last 2 laps where the stuttering raised its head, unfortunately, again. I'm going to do a little bit of digging and see can I find out why. But that is it from today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, you know the story. Drop a like down below. Subscribe to see more content on MotoGP and many other bike games. And I should catch you all in my next video, whenever that is. See you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.